Good morning, everybody. I'm out here with Tovah. No commands at all. Just let her out the front door, released her. She sees the trash, which is something new. And one of my favorite things about our program is that I don't need to micromanage her. So yes, I could recall her, and I will. I could put her in a stay, and of course I will, to show you guys what she knows. But the dogs don't need to be in command to be off leash with you. They naturally stick close. And that's like one of my favorite things that we create. We've had dogs from other training programs. See, if I don't want her to go on that property, I'm just gonna give a light click. Okay, good girl. And that just tells her, hey, don't go on that person's property. But it's also not a recall. So she doesn't need to come to me and stay. Yeah, we've had dogs from other programs who still cannot be off leash after graduating, and the owner's like, we don't understand. They said they taught them recall, but she does not come when called, and we can't even have her off leash. So teaching recall is different than teaching a dog what happens if they try to run away from you. Good girl. So she gets to really enjoy this morning. And if you're in a place where you can have her off leash like this, let her go sniff, let her go explore. You don't always have to keep her in a tight heel. Of course, there's times when that would be appropriate as well. Like if you're taking her to a store or walking her around the neighborhood or a place in public where you absolutely need a leash and to keep her from going everywhere else. All right, let's show you some stuff. Good girl, she looks like she's even ready to work. Let's get her into a heel. So I'm gonna use my recall. And then when she gets close to me, I'm gonna say heel, tap my left leg, okay? So when we say the word heel, we always tap our tone a couple times, not just once, okay? Tovah, heel, tap, 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 right here. Good, she joins up right in my leg. Now she's a little far forward, so watch. I'm gonna click, tap my tone to get her moving again. Okay, good, we got her locked in. So, remember, she's only 6 months old. She's been doing this not even 3 weeks. Okay, the premise behind heel is she stays at my left and slightly behind. It's up to you, the owner, to keep her accountable for the position that you've asked for. How do I do that? I click my buttons when she's not in position and I give her information. So if she's too far forward, I click my stem, as you saw me doing. I'm very low, 11, which you can't even feel. If she starts lagging behind, I click my tone. If she veers to the left, I click my tone. If she goes behind my legs, my tone. And again, I'm not just clicking once, it's a couple times. So really the only time you click your stem is if she's going too far forward. Okay, and as you can see, after a couple, what did that take? 15 seconds of getting her locked in, I don't even need to use this anymore. Now I can just walk with her. Click my tone there. Good girl. I'm very happy with the progress that she's made considering. Let's talk about where she started. On a harness, lunging, whining, shrieking, unable to be still at all. Look at her now, 3 weeks later, not even 3 weeks later, in an off-leash heel. It's pretty remarkable. Notice she's following my pace. If I turn, she turns. Good job. If I stop, stay. She puts herself in a stay command. Good girl. Very nice. Okay, and when they're in the stay command, they stay no matter what. If she were to make a mistake, I would say just a very simple NO, click my stem, and then repeat command if needed. Good girl. Notice she's also not whining. That's a direct result of us telling her, hey, we don't like when you whine. We're gonna correct you when you whine, and we're always gonna praise you. No. Good. See that? My body was very clear. I stopped everything. I said NO. I click this a couple times. She goes back in her down. I say good. And I'll even give her a pet for that. One thing to remember, good girl, it's not that your dog makes a mistake, because they will make mistakes. Definitely they will make mistakes. There's two things that matter. One, your response to their mistake. So you have to correct them. If you don't correct them, they're gonna keep making it. Number two, to your correction. She took that so well. She said, oh my gosh, oops, I'm so sorry. I forgot I was in command. Totally normal. She's 6 months old. She's only been doing this for 2.5 weeks. I'm so sorry, let me go back in command. That's why I praised her and that's why I pet her. Good. Now, those mistakes are crucial for her to learn. There's some baby girl, good girl. If she doesn't make those mistakes and toy with the boundary, she'll never understand what the boundary is. So she's got to make those mistakes to say, hey, what's acceptable when I'm in these commands? All right, let's do a recall. A recall is getting your dog to come when called. That was one of the owner's main goals. We do that by saying COME, tapping the tone, praising her when she's on her way, and she comes and stays unless I move and tell her to heel. Tovah, come, good girl, stay. Beautiful job. Now notice, I saw her running pretty quickly. I think she was gonna overshoot me. So if you notice her doing that, you can actually say stay and put your arm out. Maybe when she's like 3 feet away and you notice she stopped herself and put herself in a stay. When she recalls, unless you tell her to heel, the rule is she has to come and stay until she's told to do something else or released. Okay, we don't want her recalling to you and then immediately going off, or recalling to you and then phew, there she goes again. Good girl. I'm gonna release her for some free time. And that word is break. Yay! All right, and then lastly, I'm gonna show you an organic recall where she's not in a stay command. She's wandering away from me, okay? She's not paying attention to me and I need to get her to me. Watch this. She hears the tone. Good girl, she finds me. Stay. Good. No. Good. Okay, let me just backtrack and show you what we just saw. So I recalled her with the tone, great response. She starts running to me way too fast. I mean, so fast that it was almost teeter-tottering on, I'm not working anymore, I'm playing. Way too fast. She was gonna go way past me. And remember, for recall, we want them to come and stay, okay? So I slowed her down. I clicked my e-collar a couple times, told her to stay. She complies, which is good. But the whine was, I'm gonna complain about it. I don't want to. I wanna be free. I wanna play. I corrected the whine. That's why I corrected the whine. And then guess what? Next time, it won't happen. Good girl. That's my baby girl. And then I will release her again. Break. Yeah. Place. Good girl. Good girl. And what do we do when we come in from a walk or any activity? We always go to place and settle. I love it.